Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War World Event week. Actually I can't see because I actually can't see the thing. But my other computer's being so slow right now that I don't actually have the other thing up, though I can still see chat. So I actually completely forgot what week we're on. But it's World Event, yeah, it's World Event Campaign 9, Week 2, Day 3 then. Okay, yeah, duh. I was thinking of some kind of other event right now, which is why I was forgetting. But no, never mind. So yeah, we know. Campaign 9, Week 2, Day 3. Anyways. I can still see chat though. But I'm using a bit of a weirder setup this time around. Anyways. So, main objective of this stream is going to be a lot of mimic farming. The only thing that we really have going on unique today is the pet that's been available all day. This is one that's been around for quite some time now, the White Helm pet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Trying to move it to the side right over there. There we go. Okay. But, of course, it's just the White Helm bonus pet. Not the worst thing out there, however, also not particularly useful, and it's been out for a decent amount of time now. So probably just going to be skipping that, as we do not need more copies of it. Anyways, oh no, scrolling through chat now also scrolls through the thing, though. That's funny. I was like, hello, Isabel. Hello, Mister. Hello, Bill. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Roman. Hello, Gadget. Hello, Lester. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Defiant. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Cookie. Hello, hello, Eduardo. Hello, Crisp. Hello, Logic Slayer. And hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome. Oh, that's so weird. The scroll's affecting both of them now. Anyways. Let me go log into this thingy over here so we can actually get our normal chat up. I'm not sure why it's being so slow right now. Which is why I reset it, so it would stop being so slow, but it's being so slow at resetting the other computer that didn't really help much. Anyways. Gosh, that rocket was from such a long time ago. I think that was from... Was that a New Year or a 4th of July pet? I think it might have been a 4th of July pet ages ago. But anyways, our main focus for the stream is definitely going to be, well, two things. One is we should probably go poke World Event. And then after doing World Event, we are pretty much just hunting mimics the entire time. That is the game plan. All the jiggliness. But that's pretty much the game plan here. We might actually still stick with the cheaper team here. Oh yeah, it still wants me to go use the correct metals. Thanks for reminding me, game. And there we go. So hello, Matt. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Valraven immediately. That's pretty convenient. Good to go. Oh, I just realized something, though. This program doesn't actually show number of viewers, which is actually interesting. I still have it on my thing, obviously, above my head. But, I didn't notice it until just now because I have the, weird double format here. But, there we go. But, yeah, it doesn't actually show viewer number. That's kind of funny. It's like the only feature I think it's missing compared to the other thing. And pretty much every other parameter has more features. Unless there's a toggle for it and I just don't have it turned on. Because this have a lot of toggles. Why does the more expensive team not work? It does. I just haven't bothered using it. Like, we haven't reached a point where we need to switch to it. Which is why I haven't switched to it. Because we have enough loopage here that's going to be enough in most situations. Gosh, they really love to move there. It's a Jello event. It does kind of look like Jello when they do that. Have you ever played the Fastry Star series? I have not. We still need to finish through, what's it called? Triangle Strategy. I feel like we're near the end of Triangle Strategy. I just haven't had time to finish it on stream. And obviously we're doing it all on stream. But, yeah, we just haven't had the time to finish it yet. Hey, other computer actually wants to function. Let's see if I can go get this up real quick. Because I can't give out a code if I can't get the thing rolling. Let's see. It's taking its good time. Okay, good. I got the code section up. Now to get the actual chat up, so I can go copy-paste it later. Or soon, we'll see. Yeah, we'll hand it out on the first Mimic we find. How about the first Anu, the first Nisha, or the first Mimic? Because we'll probably need to widen it. We have not had good Mimic luck recently. Also, as the title kind of says, though, we're a little bit further than exactly half. But we're almost halfway through the Mimics. We'd have to find about 50 to be exactly halfway there. And we're currently at 45, which is kind of half. It's very close to half. Only bad thing about this team, we really do not have a way to target down the Valraven directly if we want to. Creating green here does not actually backfire, though I don't want to go for it yet. Now I want to go for it. And now he's probably dead. You've barely seen any Mimics. Yeah, I wish they were increased this ever so slightly in drop rate. They seem a little too rare. Just a little. $18 Hoard fights and no Mimic yet? Gosh. That's a lot. Yeah, to my understanding, it's a triple 10% chance, I believe is how it works. I'm pretty sure. I know, it's playing an ad. I'm trying to get to the thing. We're almost at our channel. There we go. Oh wait, I need to get in the back end. What am I doing? Well, I guess we could go in the front end of our channel. Either or works. Let's see. There we go. Alright, finally got the other computer to function. Took a little while. It's been trying for the last half hour now. Finally got there. But yeah, that 9-year-old computer's still trucking along. It's hanging in there. It still does what it needs to do, just at a much slower pace than I would like it to. But it gets the job done. Oh, I didn't want to go to YouTube Studio. I want to go to Go Live. Oops. Oddly enough, your studio does not bring you to your live page. There are two different parts of YouTube for whatever reason. You think they'd kind of be connected. But they are not. There we go. Now I can see chats properly. There we go. And now we can head out of code. Well, when we get to it anyways. But now we have the capability of handing out the code. Alright, let me go move my format over now. Won't look any different to you guys, but it's all smashed together on my screen. There we go. Anyways, where were we? So let's go do a bunch of Mimic grinding. How do we have that thing out of the way? And got our full format finally working. Let's go do a bunch of grinding here. You don't think that more expensive team works either, does it not? This team? All you'd have to do is convert and then cast. It would depend on how much damage you have. Because it's wanting to get a kill with a Weaver. And there's a certain point where you get super, super deep where that would stop working. But for the mid-range of the battles, it should be fine. You just go for true damage into kill and then you're good to go. But we'll mess with it once we get deep enough. We just haven't really reached a point where we need to yet. Now, at the lower range, you could just go insta-Weaver. But at that point, you might just AoE kill. If you're still at the lower point where that would even happen. Oh, that's not the team I want. You might explore 12-1. Oh wait, what troop is ineligible? Oh wait. Did I accidentally use one that's not usable for it? Oh no. I normally copy paste it directly from it. Or from the game mode. So that'd be a bit weird, especially since I think I made that one first. Is it? Let me double check. Oh wait, I can't because I already used all my battles. Oh, you know what might not be? Is it the Daemon Knight? That doesn't fit? No, it does. What doesn't fit? Oh. Yeah, I think I put one of these in here thinking that it could work, and then it wouldn't. Ah. Yeah, I think it's King Avrillon, right? Because you can't use Mage. What's the restriction again? Can I even check without having any more sigils left? I don't think I can. Let's see. Oh, you can. Yeah, it's Defender Mana Generator. That's weird. I could have sworn I put it into the thing, but yeah, it does have the things where it actually wouldn't even be able to be used for the mode. You are right. Also, why on earth is Troops highlighted? That's weird. Not sure why Troops was highlighted there. Wasn't hovering over or anything. That's weird, because I always put the teams into the thing. I guess I forgot to for that one particular time. Because the way I normally team build for them is I put the team into the mode, and then I copy-paste it from the World Event tab into, or whatever mode it is, into the actual one. But I guess I completely forgot to for that one. Because I normally do that in case I actually do something wrong with the team building, to ensure that it can be used. But I guess I forgot for that one. Yeah, we haven't done that too often. I think I've only done that like 1 or 2 other times total in the many, many, many years we've been making the videos. Because I almost always just copy-paste them directly from the mode, so it's pretty much near impossible to mess up. But that is one of the few outliers. I think I was tweaking something with the team. I'm pretty sure I know what happened. Is originally it was correct, but I was trying to make the team better. And in doing so, I was accidentally using options that weren't viable for the mode. Which is pretty much what happened. Oh, I can actually just go for the kill there. You've been farming for over an hour and no mimic? Oh yeah, I didn't really start the timer yet, did I? Should probably go do that. Hey, we got an Anu. I said we'd hand one out if we got an Anu or the mimics. I guess we shall hand one out. But I never did start the timer. I guess we'll start it up from 5 minutes. And go from there. But first, let me go hand out a code. First, let me go find the code section. Let's see. Put that in there, put that in there, put that in there. Grab the whole thing. There you guys go. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath the settings menu. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste the random numbers and letters and give the same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. There you guys go. Alright, let me go start the little timer thingy. I'll start it from like 5 minutes, I guess. Since we have actually been farming some, and I forgot to start up the timer. Oh, well, first things first. Where on earth is my timer? 1 second. There's my timer. Timer? There you go. Let's see. How do I change starting time again? Let's put it to like a 7, I guess. I feel like we've been farming for a little bit longer than that. There we go. Alright, now we have a timer. The timer is now timing. As it should be. And that should be about approximately correct. Somewhere's around there. Still waiting for those Xbox codes. Yeah, I'm not sure when on earth they're going to do something for consoles. Wish they would. Also, I just noticed there's a shadow to the side of me, isn't there? I've been tweaking the green screen here and there. I'm not sure why it's so much weirder in this program. I should double check what my settings even were in the other program. That, or maybe it doesn't like that I don't have any here. Because it actually tracks my head frame better when I have here compared to not having here. Which I find kind of funny. Like sometimes when I adjust the settings, it starts to like almost consume my head. But when I had here, it wouldn't. Because it made more of a defined outline around my head. Hey, no problem for the code, everyone. Enjoy. But yeah, the Mimic hunt still continues. We should probably have a poll on it. Like, how many Mimics have you found so far? Though I'm not sure most people keep track. So it definitely have to be an approximation. Because I'm pretty sure I'm one of only a few who keeps track of, like, literally the exact number. Pretty sure most people have, like, an approximation of how many they've gotten, though. I guess the easier way to judge it would be, have you gotten, like, the Hoard Mimic yet? Have you gotten a 5 times yet? Because anyone who hasn't gotten the 5 times probably did less than 10 of the other one, or are really unlucky. Maybe we'll go pull that, because that would kind of be a better way of doing it, since a lot of people might not know the exact number. But you would know if you had a 5 times or a Hoard Mimic, that's for sure. Let's see... how has Mimic grinding been going so far? I got the Hoard Mimic. Got at least a 5 times. Let's see. I guess the other option would just be, still no 5 times, nor Mimic. Haven't been farming. There we go. There's all the answers. Oh, and by, when I say Mimic for that one, I mean, Hoard Mimic. Not a 2 times Mimic. Probably should have specified. I think the third one is a little bit weirdly questioned. Hey! That didn't take long. I think that third one's worded a bit weirdly. Because I don't mean a 2 times chest when I mean Mimic. I meant the Hoard Mimic. I'm not sure why I said just Mimic. Because that could be anything. There's a lot of things that are called a Mimic now in this game. Because the normal Mimic's called a Mimic, the Hoard Mimic's called a Mimic, farming Mimics is called Mimic farming. That's 3 different Mimics. Let's see what we get here. 5 times? 5 times chess? Oh, that's not a 5 times. It's just double Orpheus. Oh, let me go reset the timer. Though I need to go into edit button because I had to put the timer up to that. Now I need to put to 0. And there we go. Alright, let me go update the other number as well. As we continue on the grind. Where's my Mimic number? We are at 42. 46 total disappointing chests. As this NASA mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. As is always. I didn't check the poll. What's the percent of people in this chat that have gotten the Hoard Mimic? 23%? That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people who have gotten lucky. To some degree, I'm kind of glad I haven't found it yet. Because you do realize, once we find it, the amount of time we spend doing Explorer will tank substantially. But while I don't own a Hoard Mimic, we're going to be spending as much time as we possibly can just grinding it like crazy. So if anything, that's almost a good thing. Because I feel like our grind on Explorer has been not as high recently. The Hoard Mimics definitely have fixed that issue for me. Because now we get a lot of Hoard Mimic grinding. Or a lot of token grinding, I mean. So I'm kind of surprised. I was kind of expecting the not farming number to be a bit higher, but only 9%. I was not expecting that one to be that low. So that means a good majority of people are trying for it to some capacity. It's just most of us are getting unlucky. And by most of us, I mean like most of us. Pretty sure the one on Steam still says 0%, which is kind of sad. The PlayStation one seems to say 0.1 and the Xbox one says 0.2. Not sure what it is on mobile. But on Steam, it is still so low it shows as 0%. We'd be the first one. No, it's kidding. There's obviously people that have it on Steam. It's just such a low number that doesn't register as even a decimal of a percent. Which I find kind of interesting because our stream currently is at 27%. Despite the average being a decimal of a percent across the game. So a lot of people in the stream have gotten lucky then. Hey, you'll get it on Christmas? I know, right? Honestly, I wasn't expecting it to be a kind of thing like that. However, this mythic might legitimately be a year-long grind. Remember when we were almost considering streaming until we got it? If only we knew. It was basically Zugoff 2.0, except you have to like actively farm it. Though realistically, I think it takes like 3 months to get this mythic. Because what? This patch has been out for not even a month yet? Almost a month. And we're pretty much halfway there as far as odds are concerned. Which means if we had 3 of those, we'd probably reach it. So I think it's really realistic to get in like 3 months to half a year. I don't feel like it would take all year. We'd have to get really unlucky for it to take all year. Oh, what's our hero level these days? 1718. This doesn't give like exceptionally quick XP is the only problem. Like it's not ultra slow, but compared to other things within the game, it's definitely not super quick. Yeah, Xbox players do care. I don't know, do they? I feel like Steam players, there are some Steam players that really care about the achievements. I used to, and then I stopped caring at all. Though there are a few games I still like doing full-blown completionists in. It really just depends on the game more so. Yeah, it's halfway based on prior odds. We're not actually any closer than the day we started. Like, you can farm for 1,000 hours, not get it, and you're not a single second closer than where you started from. Because it is one of those, like, all-in kind of odds things. Where no amount of progress towards it ever makes you closer. Until you actually get the drop. Well, whenever I say we're halfway, I mean we're halfway through the odds, not like literally halfway there. Because you could be halfway through the odds. That just doesn't fit in a title. There's literally not enough room in the YouTube title to put all those words into a single thing. Or at least not with everything else that's in the title. Because at 100, at 90-10, we'd be fully through the odds, regardless of if we have it yet or not. When the 2 times say 90 and when the 5 times say 10, we'd be through the entire amount of odds. Doesn't mean we'll have it, though we could also have it beforehand. But we're pretty much almost at half odds. And then we'll be at full odds. And then from there, it gets awful. If we don't have it by then. Oh, what do we need here? We'll take the explosion. Yeah, I'm not saying that the odds accumulate. Like, obviously, when we hit 100 of them, we don't just, like, instantly get the mythic. I wish we did. But that's obviously not how it works. You just hit a point with that with every fail after the odds. You laugh about it. And it's a meme now. Let's see. I'll take the little flame of fall. Because you keep spam clicking so much, it keeps unselecting them sometimes. Three 2022 is when you obtain the Hoard Mimic. Nice. We'll probably have it by this summer, hopefully. Maybe sooner. But I don't foresee it taking longer than that. Even though it could. Definitely could. It's like winning the lottery to get it. Odds aren't that bad for it. 5 years later. It's not gonna take that long. I'm trying to think of what, like, the longest I've ever grinded in the game for something that's set up like this. I know the most recent one was in Pokemon Legends Arceus. The Burmy took us like 1,300. And the odds for it were 1 in 528. Which means we were like 2.5 times over odds. The equivalent of that to a Hoard Mimic in Gems of War would be if it took us 25 5 times chess. Would be the equivalence of that in Gems of War. So I sure hope we don't get that unlucky. Trying to think of something similar that may have taken me longer. But now that I think of it, I don't think any of them have been as unlucky as that thing. But yeah, I definitely don't. I definitely hope it doesn't take that long. That would be awful. Because that is what the equivalence of it would be. It'd be 25 5 times chess. Or it should take about 10. And they may eventually introduce a pity system. I really wish they would. If not a pity system, at least make them slightly more common. I still feel like both Curse Gnome and these should be made slightly more common. More so these. But Curse Gnome as well. Curse Gnome's still pretty bad drop rate. I know a lot of people are past the point of needing it, but it still helps everyone else who still needs them. War Coins is another one of those resources, but that's because they're trying to monetize it. I have way more than enough War Coins right now, but I know there's still a lot of people that still don't have all the war bands. Not to mention, 2 of them are actually unobtainable right now, so if you didn't get them in the past, you have to wait till they rotate, and they have yet to ever rotate. So hopefully they will next patch or something. I have to at some point. When's the last time we've seen Barbara on stream? I cannot recall. It's been a while. Some data mined on forums at the Hoard Mimic rate. We have 380 Mimic chests so far until 1,000. You would expect the function. However, it seems to be holding 20% pretty good. Is it? Okay. That's what I thought initially. But then I started getting data from chat and it seemed closer to 10%, not 20. If that is the case, one more 5 times chest and we'll be at the full amount of odds then. If that actually is the case. If it is closer to 20%. Because that's what I thought initially. But then we got so much data that made it seem like 10%. But our data sample also wasn't the hugest, so... maybe it is 20%. If it is, that isn't too bad. But that means we'd start getting unlucky if we don't get in our next 5 times then. If that is the case. Ajronian, I don't understand what you mean. Because if we've gone through the full amount of odds, that would still be us failing in that regard. We'd still be over odds. If you've gone through the number of odds that would give it to you on average, then you'd still be on the unluckier side of the odds. Not sure what the exact term is called for it. I believe it's just over odds or something. But yeah, obviously you don't have like 100% chance after going through the full thing. Isn't it something like 60-something%? I can't remember the math. It's like a 60-something% chance or 70-something that once you go through full odds, you would actually have it. I know it's somewhere close to like 2/3 or something. Meaning that there will be the one unlucky 1/3 out there who will not have it by then. Hopefully we will not be in that category. But I believe to have like a 90% chance of having it, don't you have to go like, I want to say almost triple over odds or something? I can't remember the math on it. Yeah, I know, our odds are always exactly the same. Let's see, we'll throw it down. A 30 gem tribute. Hey, we got one last night. Congrats. Oh, it's your birthday? Oh, never mind. My bad, I misread that. I just read the second part of it. It's like, wait. Never mind. But congrats. Cursed Gnome and a 30 gem. Any midday streams this week? Yes. Though not tomorrow. The first one will probably be this Saturday. I might be able to do both Saturday and Sunday, we'll see. But yeah, we still need to finish up a bunch of games. The next few weeks will probably be like the finishing of games weeks. We still gotta do Triangle Strategy. We still have to finish up Legends Arceus. And why do I feel like there's a third I'm forgetting? Fall Guys needs to get an update already. There's another game we streamed a few times here and there that I might need to go reclaim 200% completion on. Super Auto Pets is dropping a new pack soon. Which I've really enjoyed that game. I don't have that much time in it though. We did 200% completion in like 130 hours. I think I'm up to like 180 total, because I still kept playing it some after 200%. It's a really good casual game just to like play for like a round or two and then put down. Ring Fit, yes. Technically we still need to finish out Ring Fit. However, that's going to be like a year-long project. That's not like a, oh, let's go like get this done in a week. It's like, okay, let's go get this done in a year. because that game goes on for a while. Like, I have no clue even how close we are to the end at any given point. And even once we do hit the end of that game, there's still so much game left after you finish the game. Like, the storyline, I'm pretty sure. That, we'll still have plenty to do, that is for sure. We would love to see you get it done in a week. I don't think that's physically possible. I'm not sure if anyone has actually ever completed it in a week. I'm not even sure if the duration of the game is even completable in a week. Even if you swapped it between like 2 people or 3 people. Because I'm pretty sure it's something like 50 to 100 hours. And that's if you were like perfectly fit the entire time. And skipped all side content. Like, even doing that in a month would be absurdly hard for one person. Like, I'm pretty sure there's not even a single speed run for the game. I'm pretty sure speed runs for that game is done by categories of chapters because of how impossible it would be to actually speed run the whole game in one sitting. It would make more sense for exercise game to be a long grind. That's pretty much what it is. That's literally the whole structure of the game, which is why it's not ever doable in a short period of time. Because it's structured in a way that's going to take a while, like a long while. By design, obviously, because it's an exercising game. It's meant to be played slowly over time. Hey, another Anu, nice. No Nisha is a stream, but we got 2 Anus. And a Mimic. Nothing good in a Mimic, though. It's just 4 Orpheus. Squat till you drop. That game makes you do way too many squats. Oh, that's not what I wanted to take. Whoops. That game makes you do way too many squats. Like, the distribution of it's not that good. Because there's just some areas where you're doing, like, literal dozens upon dozens of them. If not hundreds. Like, I'm pretty sure I've done more squats for that game than in the entirety of the rest of my life combined. There's just that many. Too many squads is like saying you have too many Volkies. You do have too many Volkies, though. Don't you have like 10,000 or something? Like, if you haven't been using them, you probably have a stack of like 10,000 by now. Though if you've been using them, they might be a little bit lower than that. But I know for sure you have over 9,000. One kind of funny thing with Volkies now in Gems of War is there's some people that actually have so many that they're almost starting to become like treasure maps. Not that they're useless like treasure maps are, but in the sense that it would take so much time to actually use them all in order to accumulate all their loot. Because some people have a Volkey number that if you spent like 10 hours a day, you'd be opening them for like months. Some people have that many Volkies. Oh, did I say 10 hours? I meant like an hour a day. If you did it for 10 hours, I'm pretty sure you could do it in a week if you did that much time. Because what's the rate of opening Vault keys? I want to say 2 per minute pretty consistently. So if you could do 2 per minute, that's... well, let's go calculate out for 10,000. So it's 2 per minute, which is 120 per hour. So we take 10,000 divided by 120. It would take 83 hours, 0.3 repeating. So yeah, if you spent 1 hour a day, it would take 3 months, approximately. Not to mention you'd be gaining more Vault keys during that time. So if you spent 1 hour a day doing nothing but opening Vault keys in the most quickest optimal way possible, and you had about 10,000 Vault keys, it would take you 3 months to open them all. It reminds me of how keys used to open back in the day in Gems of War. They were very slow. You had to open a key and then click 3 things to get your 3 drops. Vault keys kind of remind me of that. Like, they're not as slow as those keys were. Actually, they're even slower than that, now that I think about it. Which makes them take absolutely forever. Because I know I opened 5,000 keys one time, back in the old format. It took about 10 hours to open 5,000 keys. Nowadays, you could do that in like, what, 5-10 minutes in Gems of War? But Vault keys kind of remind me of that. Which is kind of funny, because the Vault key almost looks like the old Magic Key icon. That were like the premium keys back in the day for the game. Which are about the equivalent of a gem key, oddly enough, these days. The closest equivalent to it in the current state of the game would be like a VIP key. But its actual drop table was like 2 gem keys combined with a glory key or something. Or even just 3 gem keys, depending on how you look at it. Because one of them was a guaranteed higher rarity drop. Though the rest of them could still be higher rarity stuff. Kind of like how the minimum on gem keys is ultra rare, the minimum on VIP keys are epic, so on and so forth. Because the iron key back in the day had no minimum. I believe the gold key had 1 ultra rare minimum or something. Which is why it's comparable to a gem key. All 3 of the drops were kind of like a gem key though, because they still had like really good odds for things like legends. Current stash is 4,750 Vault keys and 420 epic Vault keys. That's a very funny number of epic Vault keys. I've still been hoarding all my epic Vault keys in case they ever get a unique drop. In the current state of the game and likely to go forward, they currently have 0 unique drops. Everything that's in their drop table is also in the Vault key drop table. However, you never know. That could change at some point into the future. It's unlikely to change, but it doesn't mean it wouldn't. So I still like hoarding them just in case. I highly doubt they would ever do that, though. But they've done stranger things in the past. So it's more so just precaution. And I would advise doing that if you really don't need to necessarily open your Epic Vault keys right now. While it's unlikely that will be useful, it's a nice precaution to at least keep some around, in case something ever does get uniquely added to their drop table. That or be ready to grind like crazy if it ever does. Because if you had 0 and then they suddenly became useful. Not that they're useless now, obviously they're one of the best things in the entire game from loot. But, you never know, they could be made even better with unique drops in them. I kind of hope they don't do that though, but you never know. Which is why we hoard them. I think the only thing that's like kind of tweaked with it, I believe they do have a higher chance of giving you the tarot cards. So technically they have a unique drop indirectly. Even though you could easily get all the tarot cards, well I shouldn't say easily, but even though it's possible to get all the tarot cards off of normal vault keys. Last I recall, Epic Vault keys do have a higher chance of giving tarot cards, at least comparative to using the same amount of normal vault keys. But those aren't unique to them. They're in both drop tables. It's kind of funny. I don't think Bear is here now, but Bear did mention he got Ring Fit Adventure the other week. I wonder how his adventure's been going with it. I might stream it again tomorrow morning. I won't be able to do a midday stream tomorrow, but I should have enough time in the morning to do some Ring Fit. It's a nice wake-up call, if nothing else. Plus, we're gonna get rusty. It's been almost a week. Gotta stay active. Though I've been walking, though. It's not like I haven't been doing 0 exercise. I just haven't been doing the game. Hello, NASA. Welcome back. Had to take your son to dinner. Ooh. I haven't ate out in ages, gosh. Oh, you said make your son some dinner. I thought you said take your son out for some dinner. Misread that. Oh, let's see. I'll take that down. Does he taste good? Hello, Bishka. Welcome, welcome. I guess I'm not the only one who misread that sentence. I misread it in a different way, though. Yeah, there's so many places I haven't been to since the pandemic that I've just never bothered going back to. That I probably should at some point. Dad jokes. Oh, apparently that one Mimic might be the only one this stream. Sure hope we get another one. Realistically, about every hour we should get one. The only problem is, we've already gotten one this hour. No, we can still get more. Because it seems like it's one every 50-ish minutes. Give or take. Yeah, that's about how long it takes to cycle through the amount of odds to get one. Doesn't mean it'll take that long. Could take longer, could be shorter. The other one was pretty quick to stream. Now, what's the poll currently at? So about 50% on you've gotten to 5 times chess. 22% say they got the Hoard Mimic, which is actually pretty insane. That number is that high. Congrats on everyone who has. Still no 5 times nor Mimic, though I worded that a little bit weirdly. But that's at 18%. I was mostly trying to say, have you gotten to 5 times yet, at least. But, I don't know, I worded that very weirdly. I wonder if that includes people who have been farming and also haven't gotten a 2 times chess. But, and then the last one was haven't been farming, which is at 10%. Which actually was surprised that one wasn't a little bit higher. I kind of thought it might be like a little bit like an arena situation where some people just aren't grinding it. Though, I guess it's kind of hard to not do. Because Explorer 12, or, you know, Explorer in general, was already kind of a location that was pretty heavily farmed. So to not be farming it at all is, I guess, a bit more surprising. Like something like Arena or Treasure Hunt, there's no direct need to. Even if their loot was like 5 times better, unless they got some kind of unique drop, there still wouldn't necessarily be a direct need to do the game mode. Whereas something like Treasure Hunt, or something like Explore, is still the only way to really realistically get tokens. Obviously there are a few other methods within the game, but a good bulk of them is from spamming Explore over and over again. So depending on what point you're in the game, you have less of a need for medals. Medals are a weird currency where you need them a lot initially. Or not, you know, not quantity-wise, but like just needing them wise so you can get the triples down. Like you need them early on. Then you have a long period where you don't need them as much. And then all the way in endgame, you reach a point where you really, really need them again. Because it's one of the only ways to really get more stats once you hit a certain point in the game. It's not that many more stats, but slightly more stats is better than none. When you're almost depleted every means of getting more stats onto your troops. Which happens way later in the game. Yeah, I'm still going to be doing that class tier list video. I've been meaning to for ages. It should hopefully be up tomorrow, though no promises. But it should hopefully be up tomorrow. Definitely a later part of tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll try to get it this weekend. If not, then. Or if nothing else by Friday, because, what's going on Friday? Like, we don't need to cover a video or anything. The construction people are still going to be around, though. I can still record while they're here, just a little annoying to do it around their thing. I have to find the perfect time when they're not making that much noise. Better wait till they work on, like, the front. Because a lot of the things that they're doing is around the house. But the problem is I'm, like, right on the corner of the house. So a lot of that duration of time is them, like, directly hitting on the walls, pretty much. Not literally hitting them, but you know what I mean. Like they're working directly on the siding of the wall of my house, which makes a lot of noise. And due to being right on the corner, that is a very unfavorable location to be. But when they're working on like the other side, then you don't really hear them like at all. Well, they haven't really been working super slow. One of the issues recently is when the shipments got mixed up, which delayed some of their work. Because they had to work with what they had, but then return the other thing and then reorder to get what they actually need. And they have been working on quite a few things. It has been taking them a while to do the siding, though. I was expecting it to be a bit of a quicker job. But they should hopefully be done by the end of this month. I sure hope so, because between all the work they've been doing, it has been 3 months now, pretty much. Because they started like mid-January. It's almost mid-April already. Let's see, we'll take that down. You've ran 25 Volkeys into your posterior Volkey numbers. Nice. I'm not sure exactly how long that has been time-wise, though. Because I haven't really been keeping track exactly. What team are you using for it? Because I know if you go super quick, you can get a little bit closer to 3 wins per minute, or like 2.5 per minute. I normally say it's 2 per minute. But that is the lower range. Well, it's a lower decent speed range. But it is possible to go quicker than that. By almost 50%. Because I normally go the Black Manacle Phoenicia route these days. Get a Leprechaun down, hope both of them get full mana immediately, cast one, cast the other, win. The only problem is when it sometimes goes a little bit slower due to not getting mana. Because sometimes you'll have like a Black Manacle that's 1 mana short, or something similar. Oh, you keep doing them during the stream, that's funny. I kind of stopped doing those daily Volkeys, didn't I? I need to bring them back. I better start having, like, Volkey opening streams. And hand out redeem codes based on what we get. If we did do a stream that was only opening Volkeys, though, it would have to be something somewhat rare for us to hand out a code every time it happens. Technically, if we did it for a long enough duration, we could hand one out every single time we got a power orb, which might seem kind of rare, but if all we were doing was opening Volkeys for hours on end, it would happen. Like, there's almost no way we wouldn't get at least a power if we did it for long enough. $900 gems? Nice. It is one of the things we could end up doing it based on. Oh, there's only in Epic Volkeys, though. Yeah, that's the highest amount of gem drops you can ever get at one given time. It's a 750 that gets increased by 20%. The one in the other Volkeys, 300 gem drop. Yeah, it's great to see. I think I've only... Wait, have I ever even seen a 900 gem drop? I don't think I have, now that I think about it. I can't recall if I have or haven't. If I have, I know it's literally only once I've seen it. Though it could have been 0 times. I know it exists, though. No, I'm pretty sure we have gotten it once, because we did open some Epic Volkeys then. I'm pretty sure we got it. It was a while back, though. It was like when Epic Volkeys first came out. Or not, like, literally then, but, you know, like, it was around that time frame. Because I haven't really been opening much Epic Volkeys since then. I've been just kind of hoarding them. I know I've gotten a 300 one a lot of times, which is about the same chance that you get to the 900 one in the other one. Though, of course, you have way less Epic Volkeys generally to open compared to normal Volkeys. That is how they tend to work. Like, on average, you're going to have a little over 10 times as many Epic Volkeys as you have normal Volkeys. The only exception to that would be if you don't consume them at the similar rate, percent-wise. Because if you're just opening all your Volkeys, obviously the ratio will become, or, you know, will be out of whack. But you're always going to be gaining slightly more than 10, 10 times more normal vault keys compared to epic vault keys. It's skewed even more by the fact that you get pity keys as well as vault keys from various events. But you don't really tend to get epic vault keys in the same way. Like, the only thing that even gives epic vault keys in the game, like, consistently, is that one paid thing. Well, technically, there's a couple ways you could do it with money. But, you know, the one on the campaign pass, if you go all the way over to the thingy thing. Because ever since, like, campaign 2 or 3, they've had the double epic vault key thing there. And the power, of course. Anyways, I never cleared out these, did I? Got a little bit of gems here today. Should probably go grab them. Then we haven't done the daily dungeon. I'll go do the mimics a little bit more. See if we can get anything. I want to probably go for a few more chests. See if we can finally get this Hoard mimic already. It's gonna happen at some point. I'm definitely hoping to get it done soon, though. So how soon, we'll see. Depends how much we grind. So someone said earlier to stream, it took them, what, 14 and they still don't have it? Or, you know, finding 14 5 times? That's pretty insane. Though if the forum is correct and is closer to 20%, that's not too bad. Because realistically, we'd have a really, really good chance by having it by 10 then. Like, twice as much as we thought we would have had. Which means it's very unlikely we'd go all the way to 15 without having it if it actually is 20%. It could still happen, but it's very unlikely. Obviously, we're still a ways from that. We're only 1/3 the way there, in theory. As far as going through the odds. Oh, what was the team you mentioned? It was, oh, it's a no-hero team. Interesting. Phoenicia, the Magma Dragon, Mirage Queen, and Leprechaun. Isn't the Magma Dragon that Double Storm? I'm trying to remember which one that even is. I assume it's a Double Storm for Phoenicia. Oh, wait, does he have an AoE? Oh, wait, does he have an AoE? That's actually kind of interesting. Because, yeah, you could use that as an alternative. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, that's that one with the double storm into, do both colors go into her? Yeah, it's brown, red. One goes into him, one goes into her. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, you also get burn boost ratio if you get the burning gem. It only happens some of the time, though. That's interesting. I never thought about doing it that way. Like, normally when I think of a double storm with Phoenicia, I think Steam Whistle, because red-yellow. But you can actually do it with the dragon, so you have an AoE poke off of it. One of the colors goes into her and the other one into him, which is not as ideal as having both of them go into her. But if nothing else, I would get both their mana up a little bit more consistently off the Leprechaun. Because the Leprechaun's Cascade will have a higher amount of both the two colors. That's an interesting way to go about it. But yeah, it basically acts as your second AoE then, while giving you a storm that makes your Leprechaun better. And Double Storm does give you better extra turn chance off of a board clear compared to Single Storm. Because the overall ratio of same color is better. The actual amount of effect it has on both colors is less, but its total amount of effect on the colors is more. So you're creating more of what you need, but each individual one is slightly less. But still gives you overall higher chance compared to single color. Unless you already have something that gem spawns that a lot. Like, for example, a really heavy green spammer with Green Storm benefits a bit more in that kind of situation compared to Double Storm. But if you're just doing it mostly for mana accumulation and not creating a bunch of gems, Double Storm is normally the better way to go. It doesn't fit into most teams most of the time. Can triple cast to kill 120% Leprechaun, Phoenicia, Dragon if they can kill quickly. I'm not sure what you mean by 120% there. You mean damage-wise? Or do you mean that's how much you're overkilling them by? I'm not sure what you mean by that percent. But yeah, you just end up doing Leprechaun it directly into both their full mana. Because it increases the chance you actually turn from it. And both the two manas that cascade are the two that you need to get both of them up. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let's go try to hunt these mimics. Oh, but that's not the team I want to hunt them with, though. Oh, whoops. Oh, 120% reward. Okay. I thought you were saying that as your, like, your damage or something, which confused me. Yeah, I understand what you mean now. Wait, why is it triple cast, though? Shouldn't it be enough to double cast? I'll catch you later, Defiant. Thanks for stopping by. Because I could have sworn it's enough to double cast, isn't it? Oh, I guess you mean triple cast is in Leprechaun as one of those 3 casts. I see what you mean. Because when I say double cast, I'm referring to the actual damage sources. But when you say triple cast, you're referring to all 3 of the things that are casting. I see what you mean now. Yeah, so that's still double cast then. As far as damage output. Because I was going to say, that should have way more than enough damage to kill in 2 hits. But you were counting Leprechaun as one of those casts. Well, looks like we might be an hour dry on a chest. That's unfortunate. Though we did get one this stream, so not too bad. Plus we got 2 Anus. No niches, though. That's a night. So we find one soon. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting use of that one troop. I really wish the double storms were a little bit more viable. There's so few teams that can use them effectively. And almost all of them are like Phoenicia teams. Honestly, I think 90% of all double color builds are all based around Phoenicia. Which I find really funny. It's almost like how you can't make an armor boosting team without Rowain or Guard's avatar, for the most part, with a few exceptions. Kind of feels like that with Double Storm, where the only viable teams for them are pretty much Phoenicia or some very rare other, like, mass AoE spam teams. Like, there's no Skull spam team or anything like that would ever use Double Storm. For an obvious reason, obviously it's more mana accumulation based. But all the better ones I've seen have all used Phoenicia. It's mostly because of what storms we have available. Like, I'd really be interested to see what will happen if we get a good blue one. We do have a, what, blue-purple storm, but it's attached to such a bad troop. If we get, like, a blue-green, or a blue-brown, or... Wait, do we have blue-brown? Is there a second blue one yet? I'm trying to think of what the color was. I know we have blue-purple. I can't recall if we have a second blue one yet. But there are a few colors that, in theory, would be really good. It's just sometimes the troop that they're attached to makes it so bad. Like, the blue-purple coloration is actually not horrible at all. The problem is the troop it's attached to is horrifically bad and inconsistent to use, which almost permanently makes blue-purple almost unusable because the troop it's attached to isn't good. No, dud again. But if anyone still has any other questions that you want me to go over, do let me know. Of course, tomorrow we're pretty much just going to be continuing the Mimic grinds, as the class event for tomorrow is Priest class, which obviously we already have max and don't really need to be doing. Also, it's a pretty underwhelming class to begin with. Aside from that, this Friday we do have a pretty good invasion. We're getting an elf invasion, and the weapon we're getting from it's actually not horrifically bad. I'm not sure it's going to be used in many elf teams though, because elf teams are already pretty heavily used around Weaver, and I feel like it'd be a worse option compared to Life and Death and other similar options that tends to get used in a Weaver team. However, it's a really good support elf item. It also has cleanse on cast, which is kind of interesting, because it basically makes the weapon like Gorgolfa. I'm not sure if any other explodey weapon under hero does this yet. I don't recall of them. I know there are like double mana accumulating ones that do it, but I can't remember if any of the exploding ones do. Because it applies cleanse to itself every time it casts, which is basically just Gorgolfa but for hero, which is pretty cool. Obviously it's a bit of different coloration. I forgot off the top of my head the exact colors, but slightly different coloration than Gorgolfa, and also doesn't do random gems. It does it onto brown, I believe it explodes. So a little bit different than exactly how Gorgolfa works. But it basically turns your hero into Gorgolfa. Not exactly, but pretty close equivalence. While also being a good elf support troop. Or weapon, I should say. It's definitely one I would advise getting. Though, in all fairness, almost all weapons that ever rotate around I would advise getting. Just because trying to get them at a later time is not only slightly more expensive resource-wise, but also just the convenience of getting them done immediately. It's one less thing you'll need to get if you're going for everything in the game. During the duration, they're always available for gems or in the Soul Forge, so you can also go the Soul Forge route. Kind of like how the Tuesday weapon that comes out every single week, or not out, but you know, rotates around. That one's always also in Soul Forge. So you have either the gem option or you can get it from the Soul Forge, depending on which one's more convenient or more cost efficient for your resources currently. Obviously we'll be gemming it down on Friday. And so we can also do the invasion event. I already mentioned the team on Monday though. Oh, I should have taken a skull there, whoops. It's basically just going to be double the invasion troop, the new weapon, plus Leprechaun, I believe it was? Oh no, Leprechaun's not. What did I mention for it? Which I can go check. Let's see. That's Mechmere. Oh yeah, King Averlon for the 50% mana start. That makes sense. To get those at half mana start. And this would just be the new weapon that's coming out this Friday. Well, you could use Abel Crystal. You could use any explodey weapon there. But the one coming out this Friday should be a little bit more efficient. Unless you do want to use a non-double blocked one. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's like a yellow-purple or something, which technically means it's blocked on one color. Though you're going to have enchant, so it's not going to matter as much. What am I looking for here? Oh yeah, back to the grind there. Alright, let's go through one more cycle. I'll also put us of an hour of either getting the chest or not getting the chest. That's about how long it's going to take us to cycle through here. So I'll make this the last one then. Hopefully that means we'll have the Hoard Mimic randomly. We have done it on the last chest of a stream before. Not the Hoard Mimic, obviously, but the 5 times chest. Also, I think Friday has been our luckiest day. Of the 4, I'm pretty sure 2 of them have been on Fridays, as well as the most recent one. Which was, I believe, 2 Fridays ago. Wait, was it last Friday? It might have actually been most recent Friday. Oh, it's not Friday, it's Wednesday. Why are my days so off? Hold up. Today's not a Friday. How am I 2 days off? Gosh. I literally was saying class event is tomorrow. Yeah, like moments later I'm confused that it's not even Wednesday. Because of course class events are always on Thursday. Unless it's a new hero class, in which case it is on a Friday. But we only get new hero classes when new kingdoms come out, and we haven't had a new kingdom for a while now. It's been what, 5 months? 4 months? Yeah, 5 months, because it came in November. I wonder when they are going to be doing another one. Like, it seemed like a thing that they made a whole system for, to add a bunch more kingdoms. And then since then, they never added any more kingdoms except for the one. That's also what those travel events are for. Yeah, we've only ever had one ever. And has never returned since. At least not yet. Obviously, well, at some point, they even made an achievement for it. I was gonna say, I was hoping that would cascade. I got really lucky on that. Oh wait, you're not a hero. You're not gonna do triple damage burning. 2 more. And then we'll have a Mimic fight. And then we'll have a Hoard Mimic fight. And then we'll have a Hoard Mimic. That would be ideal. Obviously not going to happen. Though one can hope. It can happen. Is there a new one on May 2nd? Interesting. I didn't even see that in the spoiler thing yet. Hey, that's actually my mom's birthday as well. We'll need to sing happy birthday to her. I would say I would bring her on stream too so everyone can say happy birthday, but I think she'll be out that night. Because I'll be celebrating it with her earlier in the day. Pretty sure she'll be out with friends later in the day. Oh, so we'll take that down. With elhay. Oh, we got a double guard. What a fail. That's the worst possible chest you can even get. Anyways, we'll end it there though. We stopped the little timer. So we know if we're going to keep doing the timer, it's going to be at 1 hour of no Mimic. Though we did get a Mimic this stream, so not a complete fail. It was just at the earlier part and not the later part. But anyways, guys, we'll continue to Mimic hunt tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get a little luckier and see how things go for there. We have Priest class events, so if you want to go get EXP for that, you can, as well as the 25 gems if you want to. Aside from that, this Friday we have a pretty good event, the Invasion event, coming with a really solid weapon. It's also a pretty easy event to do. It takes like an hour or two if you wanted to do the whole thing. Like we could probably do it for an hour and have all of our battles in that we need and be good to go when we do that on Friday. But yeah, the Mimic hunt continues. And yeah, we'll see where it goes. Obviously going to keep going till we get it. At some point we will get it. After some amount of time we will end up getting. 1 more hour? No, not for right now. We'll get it eventually. We're not in a rush to speedrun this thing. But we'll get it at some point. Anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for voting on the poll. Thanks for leaving a like. Helps out a lot. Greatly appreciated. Always love hearing you guys' feedback. And if you ever have any things you want to suggest for polling too, we've been trying to do one like almost every single stream just for the fun of it. And it's nice to hear what you guys have to say. And if you ever want to give suggestions on polls as well, feel free to do so. But anyways, I'll be heading out for now. Catch you guys soon. And goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.